I am the motographer, a photographer, a long distance motorcyclist, and an entrepreneur. And I'm trying to build an exciting living and working space bringing together my love for motorcycling, gadgets, and technology. A place unlike no other in India. This is the Motovilla.
Alright, so welcome to another episode of Building the Motovilla. My name is Sunny, also known as the Motographer. And if you don't know about me, then very quickly, I am a motorcyclist, I am a photographer, and I'm very interested in gadgets. I mean, who isn't? And I'm also very interested in, recently became interested in interiors. And I have been a visual artist most of my life, starting from my school days when I used to draw comics at the back bench of my class. So this place is one section of the Motovilla. I call this place where you can see here is like basically just a brick wallpaper, because it is still in the process of getting built. And the inspiration to build this, by the way, came from my current place where I work. At the ex-BHP headquarters, which is in New Delhi, which is actually an apartment on the 3rd floor. So I thought that, why not make it bigger? Why not take this, my place, my current motor cave and my current workplace into a much larger environment? So because people seem to like it. So anyway, coming back to the point, you can actually see a lot of videos about my the different things that I do, and of course the previous episodes of the Motovilla, so you get an idea of what is this all about. Anyway, you have jumped right into the work in progress video, and here today let me reintroduce you to the machines over here, starting with the 6 feet odd Iron Man, which is actually, I am really happy that I found this, especially in the middle, almost in the middle of the pandemic, so I got a good deal. And it also lights up. So the Iron Man signifies, although my favorite is Batman, but Iron Man signifies the amalgamation of technology, machines, and human beings. And that is exactly what bikes also do, don't they? Now, talking about bikes, I am going to show you very quickly part of my garage. So here is the world's fastest bike, the Ninja H2. Just an introduction to, if guys, people who don't know about motorcycles. So this is the Ninja H2, the only supercharged production motorcycle in the world. I mean, it's got different variants, but this is the fastest one. If you don't count the H2R, this is a road legal one. This is not the stock color. This is, I've wrapped this. I just got it from the racing track here in India, the Buddha International Circuit. And this here is the big daddy, the Speed Master, the bike which started it all as far as the speed wars are concerned around the world with motorcycles. So this is a 2021 Hayabusa, the 3rd gen Hayabusa. I absolutely love this bike. I mean, this is one bike which I'm not going to sell in a hurry. You actually sit inside this bike, you don't sit on the bike. It's like a cocoon, which comes all around you. I just love it. So again, this is a custom black chrome wrap, which was actually inspired, ironically, from the H2's color. The H2 is now white, and this is the H2's color. Now, last but not the least, we have the world's largest capacity production motorcycle here, the Triumph Rocket 3R, 2.5 liters, 2,500 cc. I'm getting goosebumps. And if you come closely, come here, look at this. This is what goes inside this bike. Propellant. Well, anyway, I mean, I'm joking, but I mean, it has petrol in it. So this is 2500, and 007 is my lucky number and my birth date as well. So I got a custom, some custom things done here, like the cowl here, the seat cowl, the rear seat cowl, and the rear wheel hub cap, or the wheel or the disc, or whatever you may want to call it. So this was actually inspired by MV Agusta. It didn't come out the way I wanted, but anyway, this is really good, tried and tested. It's very light also, so it works. I mean, and I just love this trinity of motorcycles here. I mean, it gives me goosebumps. But now we are here to talk about some additions to my garage. And by the way, this room is still work under progress. A lot of things are going to happen, so keep do keep a watch on my Instagram at the Motographer, or my YouTube page, wherever you happen to not to see this. So follow the other page. So I've got 6 more machines in front of me, and those are actually not recent acquisitions. I had already got those in my current motorcave, but I got them transported over here because this place is actually 3 floors and it's got a lot of rooms. So because this is ground floor, I can easily take a motorcycle here, but I cannot take a real motorcycle or a big motorcycle on the first and second floor, and that's why I'm going to introduce you to the electrifying Hexa, whatever, 6 bikes here and 6 two-wheelers, and of course, as you might have already guessed, these are supposed to be for kids. I mean, aren't we all kids? We're still kids. These are beautiful renditions, and in India you can get them for cheap if you know where to look, and otherwise they're a little hard to find, especially after COVID. So now let me start with the the Vespa. But as you know, these are electricity driven, so I have to switch on a small button from here, and it is actually a sort of a starting sequence of sorts. So let's see whether it worked or not. So here we go. So this is the Vespa replica, and let's sort of rest it over here. Now this one is the Ninja H2, and ironically this is electric. Why I'm saying ironically, because all the manufacturers, they are moving towards electric, and I cannot imagine a bike like the Ninja H2 to be electric. And of course you can have artificial sounds, and in fact the word is that BMW has already patented an electric supercharger. So whether that will come on an S1000 or maybe the K1600, you don't know. But let's switch on this one. So this is pretty neat. I mean, it does look like the H2. And now let's go to the next bike. Now for that we have got the fuel over here. Now I hope that electricity is flowing through all of their veins. So now this is the R1, this is a crossplane R1. I really like how they have done it. I mean, it does look good with these projector replicas, stuff like that. Let us switch this on. So now the thing is that, of course, all these bikes, they have a standard soundtrack, which is an inline 4. I mean, this is a cross plane, so it sounds more like a V-twin, but here you've got same kind of soundtrack. Doesn't matter, we're not going to switch it on and off for the sound. But here he's, I think out of all these, this is a very well done. This is a K1600 BMW, and I'm especially fond of this replica or the bike because I took it from Los Angeles to New York, 9,000 kilometers in 2011, and in America. It was amazing. So this is inline 6, 0 vibrations almost. And of course here you can see adaptive headlight, and they try to make it a good replica out of it. So there we go. And these angel lights, I think they will also look good in the real bike. I mean, the real bike has white ones, but these are blue ones. I mean, if you can get aftermarket angel lights in other bikes, it will be quite nice. I mean, that is just my personal opinion. Now, this has also got the panniers. I mean, you can actually open them and keep stuff like this. You know. So that is cute. Now, let's talk about this one. This is the Ducati Panigale, which I don't think they make it in silver. So, I mean, why didn't they do it in white or red? I don't know. Ducati has to be red. But let's also switch this on. Beautiful. Again, this is not the true to life sound. So now this one is also the R1 replica. I've got two R1s. So here, I mean, literally, let me tell you this. So at one point of time, I had two Yamaha R1s, the 2009 edition. I had got two of them, and you know, as XBHP. So XBHP is a platform here in India for motorcycling. We went around India on those two R1s and one R15. So sort of, you know, history is repeating itself here. So let's switch it on. All right, here we go. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Now let me actually quickly do something else also. Let me actually switch on the real bikes here. All right, come. So we'll start with the Rocket 3. Oh, we have to check if this is in neutral. Yes, it is in neutral, but Tran still wants you to keep it loud. Look at that. Man, that is like, every time I switch this on, this is crazy. All right, now let us switch on the Hayabusa, the mighty Hayabusa. And I think one of the best things about this bike is the console here. Look at this. Beautiful console. And now I'm going to switch it on as well. The whole room is like shaking, like 1340 cc's, you know, you could feel it in the bone marrow. So there's something about the Busa. Now the mighty H2. All right, here we go. It does seem very angry, you know. So guys, here it is. Like, this is the Moto Cave version, whatever, like, you know, absolutely version 2 for sure. But seriously, there is a lot of work remaining here all over. Right from wrapping this air conditioner in carbon fiber wrap to doing so many things I have in my mind. So stay tuned while I switch all of these vehicles off now one by one. We should save fuel and we should save electricity. Where I'm going to place these beautiful machines, because these actually can go where the real ones cannot. So stay tuned for that. Guys, here is the first bike, the R1 that I've placed here in the kitchen. And right now all the connections are temporary like this, and the RGB lighting is also not permanent. I'm using these RGB ring lights and probably some lighting here and there. So this actually, let's not make this episode about lighting. Let's make this about placing the electric bikes here. All right, so which one is next and where? So let's actually, go up here. Alright, so अभी थोड़ी सी mood lighting कर दी है मैंने. I've done a little bit of mood lighting here. Before I show you where I have placed the bike, obviously you can't see the bike anywhere here. And of course, again, all these RGB lights that you see, they are makeshift. I mean, it's nothing, it's like final right now. I'm just using the same ring lights. Anyway, so the bike is actually here. So this is the Panigale, and I thought that this would look good because I'm not using too many colors here in the launch. So basically you walk up from there to the first floor, so you'll get a view of this, and it does look quite good in my opinion here. And just ignore the wires right now, this is all just for placement. Anyway, now let's go, and there are two rooms on this floor, so this one and this one, and we have to place electric bikes in these rooms, and then we will go on the second floor. Okay, so this is one room. It's practically empty. I mean, it is not practically, but it is empty. So I've just set this table here. So this is a custom table that I got made, and this is actually 6-7 years old and it's still holding up very well, and it actually matches the futuristic decor that I'm planning here. Minimalistic but futuristic. So we have got space probably here. This would make sense for the bike. All right, so let's get that. All right, so here it is, the R1. I've chosen the mighty R1 to be here, and right now the room is not exactly evenly lit. So there are very dark areas, there are then areas which are lighted by the RGB lights. But let me actually switch on the light once. So this also will have a different kind of lighting, but anyway, so now you can probably see it in a little better light here. So the R1 it is for this room, and pretty dark now with the red R1. So this was the other room over here, and I am planning to, oh god, the LED lights. So I am planning to basically keep the K1600 here, and this is like completely empty, so I can't even do it up or anything. I mean, there is absolutely nothing here. So let's get it up. All right, so K1600, it is for here. The exact position will be decided once I get some furniture for this room, and meanwhile it does look pretty good. All right, so this is my master bedroom, and here I am planning to keep I think the BMW K1600 would look good. The Vespa would look cleaner. I mean, it will look more friendlier, so to say. I might as well keep it on that side. All right, here we go. So there it is, the Vespa. I mean, right now it doesn't look clean. I mean, I would want to hide all the wires and everything, but that goes for every other electric vehicle that I have shown you. So, and it's also making this strange sound, which is apparently coming from the speakers. Anyway, so, but this does look kind of good, and I also want to get rid of those flashing lights for sure. Okay, so that is the last one, the Ninja H2, and it's so only the real bikes are remaining in the motor cave except that, and we are going to place that here. But talking about where the bike will be placed, very frankly, it can be placed anywhere right now. And maybe here, it can be placed here. So might as well do it because that is the last one. It's pretty dark here. I mean, we are getting little bit of the vibes here. Not too much, but little bit. And this is how it's gonna pan out. So that's it. I've placed all the bikes here, electric bikes, and onwards to the next step. Keep following me on Instagram and YouTube.
In 2002, I found xbhp.com, which became India's most popular motorcycling platform and community, and then a print magazine as well. Since 2006, I have been riding around the world on choicest of bikes and sometimes cars too. Along the way, I picked up the bug for collecting stuff after the end of every ride that I did. This led to the building of XBHP headquarters, which also showcased my collection. And eventually the place itself became quite interesting, with a lot of people coming to visit and shoot it, even though it was a very small place. But as we know, places become big with the ideas they give birth to. Finally, in 2021, we decided to try and build a space which would not only serve as the XPHP headquarters, but also it will be an experience and space unlike anything else in India so far. A man cave, a living space, a working space, a gaming space, showcase of our collection, and integrating some of the best gadgets and lots more. And we call this the Motovilla.